So the first graph we're going to look at is graph A, which is a reciprocal function of a quadratic function. So as we can see from this, there is asymptote at y equals 0 horizontally, as well as asymptotes vertically at x equals -1, as well as x equals 5. So here I have an equation that fits the behavior of this graph. The equation is 1 over ax squared plus dx plus c, and I have adjusted the value so that it fits almost exactly the same as the one in the example. So the similarities are there's no x-intercepts on either of the graphs, as well as there's asymptotes at x equals -1, as well as x equals 5. So next we're going to look at graph B, and with this graph we can see that is also a reciprocal function, and it looks like it has an asymptote at the equation x equals -1. So the equation of f at x equals 1 over negative bracket k bracket x plus 1 bracket squared bracket is similar to this and almost fits it exactly, because both of them do not touch the x-axis, so they have no intercepts, as well as they have a vertical asymptote at x equals -1. So the next graph we're going to look at is graph C, which again is a reciprocal function, and it has a max point of 0, 3, and has a horizontal asymptote along the x-axis, so it has no x-intercepts. And here I have an equation that matches the example almost perfectly. So 1 over x squared plus bx minus m will look something like this. So the similarities is that they both have a maximum point at 0, 3, as well as they both have no x-intercepts.
So now we're going to look at the transformation of a log function. So the transformated function is f at x equals 1/2 log bracket negative x minus 6 bracket plus 4. And the parent function is f at x equals log x. So the differences between these graphs is that the function is flipped in the y-axis because of the negative in front of the x, as well as it's compressed by a factor of 1/2, and it's translated left 6 units and up 4. So the range in the parent function is it's every real number in the real number system, and the domain in the parent function is x equals every real number in the real number system, except for x has to be greater than or equal to 0. And in the transformed function, it's also, the range is the same. It's just that the domain is different. The domain in the transform function is every real number in the real number system, except for x has to be less than or equal to -6. Also, the x-intercept has changed from the parent function, which is 1, 0, to -6, 0.